We're back, bitches.
I know. It's been 3 weeks off. Sorely needed.
Well, 3 weeks off after going through that goddamn World Cup.
The extra 6 weeks fucking killed me.
Dude, it killed us. Imagine how the players feel.
Yeah, at least they're getting paid for it, though.
Yeah, this is true.
This is just the passion of the game.
We're doing it for the love of the game. We love it so much.
That's us, yeah. Let's go with that. What's happening, bro?
Not much, man.
You ready?
Oh, I'm ready for this season. You know you know what I'm not ready for? Fucking Arsenal fans this season. I'm not.
It took you 35 seconds to talk about Arsenal fans.
It's gonna happen all year. Fuck them.
Sorry, 40 seconds.
Yeah,
took you 40 seconds. Took you 40 seconds to talk about Arsenal.
Yeah, but for those 40 seconds, I'm sitting there like, God, I can't wait to fucking riff on Arsenal. Fuck Arsenal, dude. But no, I mean, look, I think it's going to be a pretty interesting season. We'll probably dive into all the first games and what we reckon with the teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, rundown for today. We're going to have all of the transfers.
Yep.
For the new season.
Well,
we're going to go
not
through
all of them because there's a lot, but
That's
we will
true.
go through every team.
The transfers we give a fuck about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those ones.
But everyone from Man City to Ipswich, you will be named.
Yeah,
we will go through it all.
And Arsenal, I suppose. We're going to go through our fantasy league. Right, we want people to sign up, come join our fantasy league as much as possible. So
we want to build a good, big group. I lost my train of thought.
It's really big.
Yeah,
it's going to be excellent.
It's huge.
It's the best league. So we'll go through all those items, and then we'll look at round one, all the games that we have for round one.
Yep.
And then maybe close out with some of our predictions.
Yes.
Because I think we've got some pretty interesting ideas on relegation, but as well,
I think top four is going to be very
I think it's going to be the most competitive season for top four in a long time.
I reckon in about 10 years.
I think since Man City started cheating, this is probably the most. This is going to be the biggest season.
That's cool. That's fair.
For the top four anyway. Because
Yeah.
I think there's about 6 or 7 teams that could really, really compete for top four.
We're looking at the top 6 and then some outsiders.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, the big 6 with some outsiders.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and does that big 6 grow? I think that's the main one. But, I mean, more to the fact, our fantasy league, professional couch fantasy.
Yes.
So we want as many people as we can to sign up for professional couch fantasies. We're going to have a pretty tight league. I think at the moment we've got about 20 in our league.
Yep.
But we're looking to grow that as much as possible. We've got an inaugural trophy that will come in, so you can be the first to get your name on that trophy, which will sit right behind us from next week.
Let's get it.
On top of that, we will have some prizes that will be released once we see the length of the league. We will have in there a winner's trophy, something for the losers so they can wipe their tears, and then maybe a second and third place prize. But once we see how many people come in, we'll be in there. So I'm going to throw the link in the clip at the bottom. So sign up, get your teams ready because it's going to be an interesting season.
Yep. Sounds good. Can't wait. Can't wait to win.
Well,
even I find that a joke.
Hey! I mean, the winner
won
of last year was the top 600 in Australia,
and the guy that won it had never played before, in the whole world.
That's what I mean. So anyone
never played before.
Anyone could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
It's in
not.
your hands, people.
Yeah. But mate, probably not us. That's fucking real here, man. I bomb my team every year. So by no means, again, professional couch pundits here, but we're literally professionals from this shitty little couch. So do whatever you want with them, man. But I think before we jump into everything, there's a whole bunch of new rule changes for the EPL, as well as some new refereeing abilities.
Yep.
So I did pick them up off Instagram, of all great sources comes from.
As always.
So I thought, well, why don't we have a look at the new rules?
Yeah,
and then
I think
what the new refs have to do.
Yeah, after the World Cup, there were some good choices made. You're playing music.
Yeah, I've got background music. It's getting intense.
The World Cup had some good ideas, and I think it's now flowed into the EPL. So, yeah. Let's run through it.
Well, so the first one, I think this was supported in the World Cup, was substitutions. So substitute players have 10 seconds to leave the pitch. Taking too long means the replacement has to wait 1 minute before joining the team. Don't mind this.
No, it's good. It keeps the game flowing. There's no time wasting.
No.
I mean, they waste enough time. They already get enough time with like 10 minutes.
And we
with,
did
all
already
the
see
VAR
this
calls.
implemented in the
World Cup.
No, the Charity Shield.
Community Shield.
Community Shield. Charity Shield.
It is charity. It is charity. It's a charity game.
It's a bullshit game. Arsenal's first trophy, by the way, guys.
Another Community Shield to the list.
Yeah. But no, they did. Calafiori was supposed to sub off. They hurried him up because of the new rule. And he quickly ran off.
That's
after
good.
Because again,
it's
was
good.
trying to waste time.
That's good.
The next rule is on restarts. So referees can use a visible 5-second countdown for delayed restarts. Delayed throw-ins equals possession to the opposition. Delayed goal kicks equals a corner to the opposition.
Which they did last year, didn't they? The goal kicks?
The major change is the visual 5-second countdown from the referee.
So they would. So iPad played over 35s this year, and they were doing that on the pitch. They go, you have an 8-second, and they count down from 5.
God damn, over 35.
Bro, got real
professional.
We got real pro, yeah.
Real pro.
And we actually copped the corner. We copped the corner because our goalkeeper held on for like 0.1 second too long.
Oh, well.
He was real strict about it. The ref was real strict about it.
You know, that's the one where he's like, I'm going to use this new rule today.
I can't wait to use this rule.
Oh, God, I'm going to fuck someone so hard.
So, no, it is good. It puts pressure on the goalkeepers and whoever to not waste time. Again, they get enough time in extra time with the VAR call, so this will speed things up.
Then we've got VAR changes. So VAR can review a second yellow that leads to a red card.
Oh, we saw that in the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't agree with it, but it happened.
VAR can also review certain attacking fouls before set pieces if they directly lead to a goal, penalty, or red card.
So corners, free kicks,
yes.
All these things that fell into Arsenal's hands last year. Now this is going to make things a bit interesting.
Well, I just don't think we're going to see the same league that we saw last year with these new rules.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper time wasting. So if a goalkeeper asks for treatment without one of the exemptions applying from their team, must temporarily remove an outfield player for 1 minute.
So if the keeper goes down?
So if the keeper goes down, right, and it's unwarranted, he's time wasting, because he cannot go off the pitch, then they have to take an outfield player off.
So that would be like, say, he gets the ball, he goes down, I'm cramping in my calf.
Yep.
And then does the trainer have to come on for that to happen? Because I think that's what happened in the World Cup. Is once a trainer comes on, then they go off.
Another player has to go off for 1 minute.
Because I'm pretty sure they tried to do that with, like, they said that only, like, everyone's under that rule except for goalkeepers. But now it looks like they've changed it to say that even goalkeepers, when they go down, someone will have to go off in lieu of the goalkeeper.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
All right. That's cool.
I don't mind that at all.
No,
because
that's fine.
It was used a lot of time wasting. Right? Another one, and this one's interesting because there's been, for lack of a better word, fuck ups in the Premier League with it. So a goal kick is now considered taken once the ball is kicked. So handling it after can result in a penalty.
So, you know, like when you're saying like when they pass the ball to the player
across
and they put it...
and then he goes and picks it up going, oh, no, I'm going to take it from this side. Yep, handball.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because there was too much confusion around that.
Yep.
So many times they would pass it and they would play on, but then they would do it and then they would put a hand on it and go, no, I'm taking the goal kick. Too much grey area. Now it's black. Now it's black and white.
For sure, 100%.
So now everyone knows the rules. There's no excuses.
On injuries, so players who cause a stoppage for injury must leave the pitch for 1 minute. Which I think they exemptions, including certain situations where the opponent receives a yellow or red card. Obviously, if it is a very bad challenge, they're not going to penalise you for going down.
Yep.
However, if it's no foul, it's just a big tackle and he rolls around on the ground, he has to leave the pitch for a minute. I don't disagree with this at all.
Yeah, if it's bookable, if it's a bookable offence, the team shouldn't be punished by one of their players going off.
100%.
But what if it's just a general foul and they stay down, they need to go off for a minute?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So players can no longer use towels to dry the ball before a long throw-in.
I mean, back in the day, they never used towels. But back in the day, I don't think they really launched the ball like they do now.
I don't know. Rory Delap used to throw that shit in, man.
Liam
Delap's dad.
I wonder who was better. Rory was pretty good.
Rory Delap, dude. let me just instantly answer your question. Fucking Rory Delap.
Future Como striker Liam Delap. No towels. Look, I don't like it because I like the towels because it snows, it rains in England, it's fucking terrible weather. But if they're going to implement it across the board...
Listen, Towelgate existed, man.
Towelgate? Which one was Towelgate?
That was the Moroccans.
The Moroccans, that's right.
Stealing the towels on the sideline.
Yes. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming the keepers can still keep towels.
Yeah, I would assume.
I'm assuming
so.
it's just for throwing.
I think it's
right?
just on the sideline for throwing.
Okay, cool.
So essentially, they're trying to detract from people doing just giant long throws constantly.
I reckon people start wearing stuff under their shirts now.
Oh, I think people just use their shirts. That's what they did back in the day.
Yeah.
So that's all the new rules that will come into the EPL this year, and I don't disagree with many of them.
No, they are better. It's
all trying to minimise stoppage and wastage of time.
trying to give people maximum football, not maximum game time, because game time means you're just sitting around playing with your balls half the time. Mm-hmm. No pun intended.
As we saw, how much did Arsenal... Again, I'm shitting on. How much did Arsenal play with the goddamn ball out of play in each of the matches? It was like 40% of the match that they actually played.
Yeah. So now this will speed things up, which I think did make for a very good World Cup. There was a lot of time when you would see slow games, a lot of, like you said, time out of play. Now the ball will be in play a lot more, it speeds things up, actually makes it competitive. Especially now you've got 5 players on the bench. Like, instead of back when you only had 3, they would get tired, more tired. Now they're fitter and just keeps the game going for 90 minutes. This will speed things up and get players tired, which is what we want to see. We want to see who's fitter, who's better, who's a better footballer, a footballing team, and see who the better team is.
We want teams to play each other.
Correct, yeah. We don't
want every team low blocking, and we don't want all these other big teams just holding the ball and playing to slow the game down because they have the better players. It wasn't an enjoyable league for me to watch. And look, maybe I'm biased because Liverpool sucked.
And Arsenal won, I'm assuming, is why you're throwing it out there.
Listen, man, look, they cheated, man. So on top of these EPL rules, there's some refereeing changes, which again I think is going to assist in the same thing we're complaining about here. More me.
Yes.
So the 5 members of the KMI panel, which is the independent review panel for referees' decision, they have been in place and met since 22-23 season. However, all the results of them have generally been kept private. So now every major incident that is assessed and voted on, the feedback must be provided to the club's officials and made public as a part of transparency. So now all the speculation around, this is why that decision was made, has to be gone out publicly, even if it was a mistake or it was correct. So you're going to get a lot less people complaining for weeks on end about different decisions. Again, so many of them being the Arsenal corners and such from last season.
With Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. Good old Arsenal.
This is good transparency because this is what people want. Like, we want to know why do they make the decision. Like last year, we saw how many times Arsenal would score a goal off a free kick or a corner, but then you see the same thing happen or something similar happen in another game for a smaller team, and they would get penalised. Yep. Why was that one allowed, but that one wasn't? Yeah. So now this should be good transparency for the fans.
What we are going to miss out on is the arguments with Arsenal fans, where they're like, "That's different." You see his elbow is actually pointing down when he elbows him in the face.
Is that a 45-degree angle? Yeah. Whereas the other one was at a 90-degree angle.
What you don't understand is that's how his elbow is naturally. So
that's how his finger is. Oh, wait, that's you. And that's not...
I'm not bending that.
That's natural, people.
Yeah, it's because I was a goalkeeper, man.
Let's put it down to that.
Yeah, hey, that's what I did.
I wasn't fingering anything.
But now I can.
No, you're a hooker.
Yeah, it's called the Reach Around Special. Additionally, selected referee and video assistant referee quotes will be posted on the Premier League's Match Centre X account, website and app to help provide reasons behind these decisions.
Yep.
So that's the live thing, the live comments, right? The ref cam. So obviously in the World Cup, we also see the earpiece ref cam that they had. The ref cam will allow the broadcast of audio between the referee and players for the first time. This won't be played live. So it will be played in after the fact, right? So you can understand what was conversed between the players and the referee. Because I think there is a disconnect there, right? It's like players seem not to be losing their mind about a decision, but fans are going nuts.
Which I think they do for a reason, because I'm pretty sure, because didn't you, like when you went to England and watched the Liverpool game, they didn't have replays of what happened.
No.
Right? And I'm assuming it's because the fans, if something went against them that was wrong, they would lose their minds. Yeah, I'm assuming this would be the same reason.
Dude, they took £30 worth of coins off me.
Yeah, don't throw coins, man.
I wasn't going to throw the coins. They just gave me heaps of change at the pub. So look, I think they're all the major changes that are coming to the EPL this season. Obviously, on paper, it looks like it's going to improve the league from where it was last season, and the obviously like dull, slow version of the game. But at the same time, I think they're just they did try to make a lot of changes last season to reduce time wasting, and people just figured out a way to use them to time waste. So I'm hoping it doesn't come in that direction again, right? Where they're getting to VAR a lot of times, because there's all the murmurs that they are looking to have captains challenges or coaches challenges and stuff.
That's too Americanized. That's
they're trialing it in America.
Yeah, know what I mean? Like, that's an American thing. That's an NFL, basketball, NRL, rugby type of like game
That's
where
true.
there's stops,
However,
where there's stoppages. You know what I mean?
They are now saying that if that's on, which they're doing in the MLS, they will not have the VAR constantly watching the game. It will only be if there's a decision, a goal. So they'll only look at it during that. So they will not watch the entire game.
Okay.
So I think there is a merit to it.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But look, I think they're good. Now, why don't we jump into the transfers for this season? And to be fair, I thought it was going to be a pretty big window.
I think it was outside of England.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, Barcelona, big signings, right? Big signings.
Correct.
Which come from the Premier League as well. So we will
Inter
talk
Milan, big
Inter
signings.
Milan, yeah. I think there has, and there was some talk with Atletico, with Alvarez, like the big chat about that. So look, I think outside the EPL, but we did break a couple of records in this window.
Yeah.
Anderson was first, and then we broke it with Rodgers. So it has been big signings, but not what I thought. And then, Tottenham, I think maybe we forgot about Tottenham. Maybe that's why we didn't think it was that big. They spent a fair bit of money early, like before we went on break.
They did, but again, they're not giant players.
They're 50-50. I say Tonali is, but then I look at Fernandes.
Let's go through team by team. We'll look at probably the top. Now, look, Arsenal being the first team in there, and look, I think they have done some decent business. Yeah. So they've brought in, and there's obviously quite a few more the outgoing, right? So Trossard and Norgard are both out. Norgard, whatever.
Yeah, look,
right?
Trossard. Look, they made a $2 million profit on him, so good for them. And who played zero, it felt like 0 games.
Yeah.
I don't remember him playing.
Yeah, they made inflation on him. And then Trossard out to Besiktas. I think that's a good move for Trossard. I don't think he was going to perform at the level that they need him at for this season.
Look. Oh, another thing that we forgot to talk about. Turkey's blown up.
Yeah.
Like literally every good player has gone to Turkey.
All the hair transplants and teeth. They got cash, bro.
It's going to look like a model runway in Turkey.
Dude, everyone's Fabio.
Yeah, everyone's
just got white teeth,
just glowing
long
teeth
hair.
and hectic hair. It's going to be mad.
So look, they're the two big ones out.
Yep.
Then what they've brought in, so Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle has come in. What was he? 85 million?
87.5. So these are all euros, by the way.
Yeah.
These are all euros. 87.5 million euros. So I think good.
Not bad business. Was he 27?
Bruno is 28.
28.
And he's turning 29 in a few months.
Oh, damn, expired.
Look, I think he's in his prime. So this is like an Arsenal.
They've got two seasons with him.
Yeah, this is an Arsenal win now type of thing, right? Yeah. So it's not a future signing. This is a win now. So I think it's a good move for them. They needed more grit in the midfield, and I think he brings that.
Then we've got the Christos Zolos.
Yeah, Zolos.
I'll do it like an Australian. Oh, bloody Christos Tzolos, mate.
Tzolas.
So he's coming from Club Bruges. Look,
40 mil.
Don't know. Look, I think the price is good. Don't know much about him. However, 2 assists in the
Charity
Shield, Community Shield.
The Charity Community Shield.
Yeah.
Look,
the CCS.
He played in, I don't know if it was Norwich or someone, but he didn't have that good of a season. Yeah, then he went to Club Brugge and played better.
Yeah,
so
quite young, I think, when he was at Norwich originally.
And this could be part of the rumour that Martinelli's going to Turkey, so he could be the replacement for him. But if Martinelli stays, they got covered with Tzolis.
Tzolis. Well, then we had Aston Villa. And I think Aston Villa's actually done a pretty good business.
Now they have. They were getting slammed originally.
Yep.
Right? But now they've made a few signings actually today. Breaking news, by the way. We broke it.
Yeah.
Not Fab, we did.
Yeah, Fabs is out. They don't take his calls anymore. We'll take his place.
We'll do it.
Well, why don't we start with the outs? Because
You want to start with the outs?
They're the big ones, right?
Well, I mean,
So
they've actually made I'll just say they've made a profit this year.
oh fuck yeah, they made a profit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's pretty hard not to.
I mean,
They got Coutinho money now, baby.
yeah, they got that.
Yeah.
We got Morgan Rogers. They bought him. They sold him for 138 million euros.
Yeah. So
Good piece of business.
Rogers out, which was obviously the best player last season.
Yep.
Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Arguably, but
I think for sure he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Consistent across the board.
then they had Yuri Tielemans out to Man U.
Look, 41 million. I think it's a good piece of business for me and you.
I think so too. He had a good World Cup.
Yeah, but I think
but
it
not
will.
a great World Cup.
Nah, not
He had
great.
a good World Cup. He had a few games where he really showed out and he led the team.
Yep.
But other than that, he was not, not every game destroying teams.
I think it will hurt Villa. His leadership. He's been there for a long time. It will hurt them. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go without him.
And then the last one who out to PSG is Lucas Digne.
Yeah, look, a solid 7 mil. I think he was old as fuck. I think they had cover for him anyway. And I think Digne wants to go back to France. He's with the Champions League winners now. Yeah, it's a good move.
But the transfers they've now brought in.
Yes.
And obviously they did some early business after the World Cup for that Johan Manzambi.
Yes, Menzabi. So
He had a great World Cup, dude.
he was the one that I was thinking of. I think he was the youngest. I think we were talking about before the. He's going to take Morgan Rogers' role.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think he's very capable of doing it.
He's the youngest player in World Cup history to have 5 goal involvements. He got 3 goals, 2 assists, and he's only
22?
20.
20.
He's 20.
Fuck me.
Right? And they bought him for 60 mil from Freiburg. Good piece of business.
100%. Then they've got, obviously one of the cheaper chances, João Gomez.
Yeah, João
From
Gomez, very interesting.
He was one of the better players in that
He
Wolves
was
team.
probably one of their. Yeah, you're 100% correct.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna leave your one for last.
Yeah, leave it for me.
We've got Zion Suzuki, which is breaking news.
These are the ones today, yes.
Right? Today they've signed Suzuki, who was supposed to be going to Juve.
No. Oh, no. It was Juve,
Yeah.
then it was PSG.
Yeah.
Right? There were big rumours that he was going to go to one of those two. The Juve one didn't work out. PSG let it go. And then Villa ended up thinking they were going to sell Martinez and they were going to get Suzuki. Well, Martinez ain't going nowhere, but Aston Villa just gone, fuck it, we'll just sign him anyway.
I think it's a good signing. Yeah.
And-
Again, another player that's had a great World Cup.
He had a mad World Cup. He
Yeah.
was so good for Japan.
Yeah.
So, very interested to see how he goes in the
Fun fact.
English League.
Doesn't look Japanese.
That's not a fun fact. That's just a fact. He does not look Japanese.
Yeah,
I mean, his last name's a car, but
Yeah.
he, let's
You're the
just
best
say-
of both worlds. Zion for the first name, Suzuki. You do
Zion.
whatever math you want on that one. And then the last signing coming from Atletico Madrid, Matteo Ruggeri.
Ruggeri, yes. That was, look, they needed cover because I think there's rumours that Konza might be leaving.
I've seen
but
he's
they
been,
do have,
he's been floated around.
but they
Motherfucker,
had-
they want like 90 million for Konza.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm not paying 90 million for
because he's
Konza.
like 28 or something. Like
Yeah,
that. That's
and his
insane
World Cup
money.
was average.
And they what's his name? The one that used to play at Man U. He was their centre back. What was his fucking name? You know what I'm talking about? The Swedish guy.
Van Hecker.
No, not Van Hecker. No,
I don't think he's Swedish.
no. It was a He was maybe he wasn't Swedish.
From where?
He was from Man U and he was playing centre. He was playing defender.
Oh, Lindelof.
Lindelof, that's it, yeah. That's who there was. He was their number one, or he was their starting centre back. So you get Ruggeri, who played for Atletico, who know how to defend.
Yeah, Lindelof wears dresses, dude.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, like full openly. He's like, it's cool. I'm like, it's not.
Yeah, well, now he can wear his dresses on the bench. Before we start Bournemouth, the big signing for Aston Villa was the loan of Garnacho.
Yeah.
Big loan.
I'll leave this one to you, my
Big
guy.
loan. There has been lots of videos out there of Garnacho balling out. He missed the goal from 2 feet in training. He was misplacing passes, and he was sucking in the preseason games. And I don't think he started in the Super Cup, which PSG won that, by the way. So, look, I think he's going to be a piece like he was at Chelsea, but I don't see him doing anything, barring injuries.
He could really fuck up the dressing room. His brother could start a Twitter account.
Start leaking team sheets and tactics.
He could get a girl pregnant and beat her and leave her. He could do any of these things, man.
Big Argentinian vibes.
Well, then we've got Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, yes.
And look, I don't think they've done huge business, but they have done some business. So, okay, who's come out from them as well? So Unal has transferred out to Getafe, and again, smaller player for them. Then Hamed Traore has gone out to Marseille.
Well, the big one,
player for him.
Well, the big one, Senesi.
Senesi.
End of his contract, didn't want to re-sign, left on a free,
which is huge for him because I think he was their best defensive. He was their best defensive player last season.
He was, yeah.
He was their highest point earner in FPL.
Fantasy,
that is for sure. Yeah. And then they've brought in 3 other players. So you've got Juan Luis Sanchez from Sevilla. You got Antonio Silva from Benfica and Alvaro Rodriguez from Elche.
Oh, they also did sign Alex Jimenez, the right back from Fiorentina. That's now made official.
Yeah, well, that's on a loan deal, right?
Yeah, well, no, he was loaned back out to Fiorentina because that's where he was from, and now I think he's back in on a permanent. Yeah.
Okay, he's in. He's out. He's in. So then we move on to Brentford. Interesting moves for Brentford. Not too many players out, which is probably the positive for them.
Yeah.
What we do see is Jordan Henderson has been released.
Yep.
Which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, he's at Chelsea
arm at the World Cup.
Yes. That was his whole involvement in the World Cup, making jokes and breaking arms.
Yeah. And I think the big move for them is bringing Sangare in.
Yes, from Lens. Look, I think he might be their top. I think he was their highest transfer
in their
history. Yeah, so 40 mil from where was he from? Sorry, Lens, and Lens actually won the French Super Cup. Mm-hmm. So Lens know how to play. They made Champions League. Mm-hmm. I don't actually know too much about Sangare if he was a big part of that, but. Look, 40 mil, they must have big hopes on him if that's the case.
Listen, look, coming from that Lens team, right, because that youth system was the youth system coming up with Jacques, who's come just to Liverpool when we get to us.
Yes.
But yeah, that youth team that came up through there have developed a lot of talent.
I just want to have a look at how we did last year. So last year, he had 33 games, only 3 goals and 4 assists. He is a midfielder. Maybe he's a CDM.
Yeah, he is. He's more of a defensive-minded or a box-to-box midfielder at best.
All right.
Another good transfer for them is Jayden Anthony from Burnley.
Yeah, 17.5 mil.
I think that's a great move. Yeah, he had a good season last season.
He did. He did play well for Burnley. They did get relegated, but he was probably one of the more shining lights for them.
Yeah.
I guess the other one is the signing of Callum Wilson on a free.
Yeah.
Look, he had to find a club. West Ham dropped him.
Hey,
West
he's
Ham
good
got
off
relegated.
the bench. He's good off the bench.
I think he'll be good. It'll be good cover for Thiago.
Mm-hmm. Then we're going down to Brighton.
They've made moves.
They have made some moves.
They've made some moves.
They've made some moves. And there's some big players out for them as well, right? So we've got Van Hecker out to Spurs. I think that's a big loss for them.
60 mil. Look,
good money. Great money.
Yeah, great money for Brighton. 100%. I think that's good money for them. But you just know that Brighton are going to find someone. And they did sign someone from Tottenham. So it was pretty much like a straight swap then. They signed Vuskovic from Tottenham. Yeah, so Vuskovic played in Germany, I think it was, and had a good season. So they signed him for 54. So straight swap with Tottenham, and they made 6 mil.
Look, that's not bad business. I think Brighton always does decent business.
They always do. They just know what they're doing.
I think the other big one, which I found very interesting, was you guys picking up Danny Welbeck from them.
Yeah, look, I think we needed the experience. All of our strikers, I think João Pedro is the oldest.
I do. When we get to you guys, it is funny to look at the spectrum of players. So it's just like, all right, we've got a 22-year-old, then we've got a 32.
35.
Yeah. You got anything in the middle?
No, we don't do middles.
No, we don't do that.
We do. Too young or too old?
Look, interesting to see how that affects the team because Welbeck was pretty big player from last year.
Well, I mean, he scored an extra 10, 11 goals or whatever it was. He chipped in for them whenever he needed to, and I think his leadership was massive for Brighton. There is another one which could be happening is the sale of Belieber, which
has just come out today.
Breaking news.
Yeah. Fuck you, Fabs.
So there's a strong rumor that he's going to be signed by Man U.
60 mil.
60 mil. Now last year was 100 mil. And so,
I mean, reported by Daniel Ornstein.
Good guy.
Yeah, good guy. Arsenal supporter, so he's probably wrong. But no, he's confident he's going to be a big signing for Man United.
Yeah. So look, it'll be. I think it's going to happen. They wanted him last year. They now get 40 mil, and he's another year experience. Could be a good buy for Man U, but nothing official yet.
Yeah, and then the only other two for Brighton, we had Pascal Stroik, who came in from Leeds. Decent player.
Yep.
And then this guy, who
I
just love this guy's name, Promise David.
Promise David? Who in the hell
promise me this bit?
Promise David came in on a loan from Union Saint-Gilles. Cool. I will say there is one more. There is Zadok Johanna.
From Stockholm.
They signed him for 28 mil. Now, I will give Brighton credit. They've only spent 13.65 million this transfer window.
Good for them.
It's good.
Good for them. Then we come to your boys.
The big dogs. All right, let's do it. Let's do the ins and outs. Now, we have spent 245 million this year.
Big money.
Big money for a team that's not in the Champions League. But we signed Morgan Rogers for 138.
I like that signing.
I love the signing. I think it's great. I know it's big money, but he's young. He's English. He's been in
a fuck you to Arsenal too, right?
Huge fuck you to Arsenal because there was massive rumours that he was going to Arsenal, and they were frothing. Yeah. Unfortunately, he picked the biggest club in London.
His statement, not yours.
Now, the next few I really like. So we've got LaCroix from Palace.
Yeah.
Like 60.7 mil.
I think as long as you're not having him as the boss at the back, he's a good move.
It's going to be... Now, I don't know if we're going to play 3 at the back or 4 at the back, but if we play with the 3, it'll be him, Colwill, and I think Reece James. If it's a 2, it'll be him and Colwill in the middle. And I think Colwill...
out wide.
Yeah, and Reece James and then Palestra on the left or Haydo on the left. So we've got cover at the back now. I think having LaCroix, huge Premier League experience, killed it with Crystal Palace, won heaps of trophies with him. The guy's a good player. Very, very good player. So I was very happy with that. Palestra, we signed him from Atalanta for 57 mil. Young and the type of player that Xavi likes. So again... very impressed with him, and I watched him in the preseason game. Very, very good. Good with his feet, good with both feet, and bombs up and down the pitch. So it'd be good to have him there. Quanda we actually signed from Sporting last year, but he went back on loan. Mm-hmm. So now he's officially in the team. 18, I think he's 20 years old, 50 mil. Again, he'll be cover, but good signing. Barco we signed from our feeder club Strasbourg. And Omega, we signed from Strasbourg as well, 40 mil. And, yeah, which is free. I think he plays as he's up front. I don't think he'll get any game time. And then look, like actually the last signing that we had was Chavarria. He's going to be cover for left back for Haydo. He's 28, so that's the guy in the middle that we've signed. But
yeah, we got one, baby.
Yeah, we got one, yeah. But again, Xavi liked him. Chelsea went out and got him. So happy with that.
The important thing is the manager likes the player.
Correct.
You're going to back the manager, give him the money.
Yeah. And look, this is the first time since these Americans have taken over where they've actually backed what the manager wants. This isn't them dictating and then the manager has to do what they give him. He's now saying, I want these players, and they've gone, sweet, here you go.
Yeah.
And then obviously we talk about Danny Welbeck and Jordan Henderson. The other one I want to talk about that got loaned out is Satpayev, the young Kazakhstani kid. He came from Kairat FC in Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan, one of those thans. Signed the deal when he was 18, but came on the preseason tour before he was even signed to Chelsea. He's been loaned out to I think he's gone to the Championship. So he'll get a bit of experience, but very good player. And then our outs. So, look, we sold Santos to Man U for 56, Cucurella to Real Madrid for 55, which is a good piece of business. He wasn't going to re-sign a new deal. So, we got all the money out of him that we could. Shalabar's gone to Como for 30 mil.
I don't like that one.
Look, I don't like it either. There's like 4 defenders I'd rather get rid of instead of Shalabar. But Como wanted him. 30 mil is all profit because he was a junior. sad to see him go. I thought he was our best defender, but
I think from an FFP standpoint, you probably need to, right?
yeah.
I mean, you've got a few more players that'll most likely have to go before the window closes as well.
We got
What
like
have you
I think
as
there's
well?
like 10, at least 10 that need to go out.
You can only have a 25-man squad. I think you got 38 or 37 players at the moment.
Yeah, so at least 10 need to go,
Yeah.
and the other 2 can go play in the under 21s. The other one was Tyreek George. Look, again, junior, sold to Everton for 21 mil. I like Tyreek George, but with the way that the team is being built, he wasn't made. He wasn't going to fit in that team.
No.
So, look, we got good money out of him.
But also, I think he's a decent enough player to be starting or at least being a frequent off the bench. And
For
he's not-
Chelsea or...
For any
club,
team.
yeah,
But
yeah,
he is at that Premier League level where he should be playing more minutes.
Yep.
And it's just not going to happen at Chelsea.
Yep.
And he's
No,
going to get
he's not.
complacent. He's just not going to enjoy
Yeah.
himself.
So, it's a good move for him. So, yeah, look, I'm happy with the ins. We do need a lot more outs, though. But we've still got 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So,
We've got 2 weeks.
they'll work it out.
Then we've got Coventry City. So, again, look, they're the new kids on the block.
Yep.
They've come in. I think they've brought in a few players. So, Onyeka from Brentford has come in. Decent player.
Yep.
They've got Loom Shawana, who's come in from Burnley. Don't know much about him.
Don't know much about
Carl
him. no.
Rushworth from Brighton. Not much
Yeah.
to know about him. Amenda, who's come from Frankfurt. Urenki, who's
Yeah.
come from, I'm not even going to pronounce
Noorderzeeland.
Nordirland.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
Then Gustavo Hammer, I like his name.
That's a good
Has
name.
come in from Sheffield United. And then I think they're good signing, which I do like. Taiwo Awoniyi.
Awoniyi. Yeah, he was the striker, right?
He was the striker from Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Bagged a couple goals last season.
Yeah, look, they signed Awoniyi for 10.5 mil. Their big signing was Urenki from that Nordirland for 27 mil, and Rushworth from Brighton was 25. So, look, they haven't sold anyone for any money. So they've spent 118 mil in the transfer. So they're straight away just gone, we need players. Mm-hmm. We need to stay in the Premier League. Here's some players.
Yeah, for sure. Then we move on to Crystal Palace. Obviously, new manager for this season.
Hey, they've made prof this year.
Well, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I think the interesting one, we'll start with the interesting one anyway, is Brennan Johnson straight swap for Dwight McNeil.
That was, we haven't seen a straight swap since Sanchez and Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
Which was mad. I'm like, I love the straight swaps. It's good.
Well, I mean, it shows that you're taking a player where like he doesn't fit our system, but he is a good player. For a player who could fit his system, is a better player. Now, I don't know who got the better end of this of this one. I think Dwight McNeil's a better player
Then Brennan Johnson.
than Brennan Johnson. That is a personal opinion. I know people would argue with me about that.
I would argue.
And you could be completely right.
Yeah.
Okay? You could be completely right. But Dwight McNeil has flashes of brilliance, but as does Brennan Johnson.
Yeah,
I just think Dwight McNeil in the Everton team was doing it more often.
So it'll be interesting to see how he goes in this Palace team. And look, they did sign Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu, the old Arsenal player.
Yeah, from Ajax, which is cool. Good for them.
I mean, look, he wasn't great for Arsenal, but
Yeah.
he can play.
Yeah, and look, they signed Kalalili from Union Sangali.
Yeah.
24.5 mil.
Union St. Galli is getting...
Bro, they're making
Destroyed
bank.
by
They're
the Premier
making
League.
bank right now. And then they signed this guy called Gozo. Jozo.
Yeah.
From Salt Lake for 13 mil. And then, look, now their sales is the big one because obviously they lost LaCroix, they lost Brennan Johnson, and Nathaniel Klein has been released.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Then we move on to Everton.
Yeah.
So, look, obviously, Christian Norgaard's come in from Arsenal.
Yep.
Tyreek George, which we've covered, coming from Chelsea.
Yep.
There's been this straight swap from Brennan Johnson and Dwight McNeil.
Yep.
And then they've brought in Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough.
Yes, for 19 mil. So, look,
Yeah.
they've spent nearly 100 mil on 6 players.
Yeah, well, they brought
That
in...
sounds about right.
Dude, they brought in a wizard.
You're a wizard,
Dude,
Harry.
Merlin.
Merlin
Merlin Roll came in from Freiburg.
Merlin Roll. Who the hell is that?
I have no idea who he is, but his name's Merlin, so he's a wizard.
Merlin Roll.
Merlin
Huh.
Roll
Good for him.
has come in from
Oh,
Freiburg.
yeah, here it is. Oh, no, they signed him for 25 mil. Yeah, you're right.
So,
I don't remember him,
pretty
but
hard to
cool.
beat a wizard, dude.
Yeah, and look, they lost Dwight McNeil, and then they've lost... the big one is Guy. How do you say his name? Idrissa Gueye.
Oh, Idrissa Gana Gay.
Yeah, or Gay. He's gone to Al Diriyah in Saudi Arabia.
Get that money, baby.
Get
I
that
mean,
money.
Seamus Coleman's another one. Not that you've heard of him for a while.
Yeah, he's done his dash. I think he might actually be part of their coaching staff now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because he was never Everton, I wouldn't say legend, but, Everton stalwart.
Yeah.
So, good for him.
Well, he had a good season for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, Fulham. Now, I think this is a concern for Fulham. I think Fulham has not done great business.
New manager too.
New manager as well. I think they might have screwed this new manager. And could they be in that bottom three? Potentially.
Yeah.
Very big potential. So, Issa Diop is out. He's gone to Ipswich.
10 mil, yep. Very cheap, I think.
Yeah. Sasa Lukic also gone to Ipswich.
10.5 mil.
Raul Jimenez has gone to Wolves.
Back to Wolves. He must be in retirement mode.
Oh,
right?
mate, for sure. This is one of his, he's probably got 2, maybe 3 seasons left of average football. Which makes sense.
But the big one.
Harry Wilson. Best player last season.
Harry fucking Wilson left on a free.
And how do you not retain Harry Wilson? Because the thing is, it's not like he went to a bigger team. He went to Leeds.
It's a bit of a sideways move.
Yeah.
But maybe he's getting more money at Leeds.
You would hope so.
It's the only thing you could think, right?
Because I see the loss of that as I think that's worse than when we lost Trent Alexander-Arnold.
On a free?
On the free, right? You're letting him go for free. He was your best player last season. At least Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't our best player. He was just probably one player we didn't want to lose being homegrown. So, look, I think the fans will be disappointed as much as anything. Now, they've only brought in three players.
4. 4. I got 4.
I'll go my 3.
Yeah,
So
go
I've
your
got
3,
Shea
yep.
Charles, who's come in from Southampton.
30 mil.
That's insane.
Yeah, I don't know who this Shea Charles is, but fucking hell, 30 mil.
He must be a striker.
22 years old, defensive midfielder.
What?
Yeah. Don't know.
And he's come from the Championship.
Might work out all right. So,
Well,
I don't know.
God, hope so.
Yeah.
And then you've got Gonzalo Garcia, who's come in from Real Madrid.
This was big because, he's come from Real Madrid, and this was a part of the whole revamp at Real Madrid, and they sold him off for 40 mil. Good piece of business by Real Madrid there. Let's see how he goes as a starter in the Premier League now.
Yeah, I mean, that's all we can do. Because then they've also taken from Real Madrid Cesar Palacios.
Yeah, he was only 10 mil. I don't think he wasn't anything major.
He's a junior, right?
Yeah, it's just extra cash for Real Madrid.
And who's your fourth that you've got?
Kusi Asare from Bayern Munich. That guy. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know much about him. Where does he play?
Kusi Asare, he is a centre forward, only 19 years old. They only bought him for 6 mil. And maybe they see something that we haven't seen, obviously, because we don't watch the German league. So, yeah, look, I'm very intrigued because we play Fulham in the first game. So, very intrigued to see how they set up and how these players go.
And then we go into one of the other new boys, Hull City.
Man, they have signed a lot of players.
I think that they kind of had to, but I mean, what's the usual thing that you see with these players? Yeah, that's what I mean. Get the big yo-yos out, boys.
The big yo-yos.
However, the big signing for Hull City is our Aussie homegrown player, Lucas Harrington.
Yes, Big Harrington.
Coming in from Colorado Rapids.
Yeah, 14.
Great World Cup, other than that one penalty, but he had a great World Cup.
Yeah, 14.8 mil. And it's good to see all these Aussie players starting to sign for big leagues. Seen a few go to Portugal, Italy, England. It's going across the board, which is good. It's good for us. Their big signing was Nobel Mendy from Senegal. Centre back, 23.3 million. Don't know much about him.
Yeah, Rayo Vallecano.
Rayo Vallecano, yeah. They also signed Zalakis from Olympiacos for 23. And then a bunch of like Butland. Butland came in.
Yeah, Butland. Where he's been at Rangers.
Rangers.
Butland was supposed to be the next big thing. Him and Pickford. Remember when they were coming up?
I remember. Yeah,
they were the next big thing.
And one went that way and one went that way.
Yeah, Butland ended up at Rangers. Matt Targett is in their team.
I remember Matt Targett.
Remember he's had a few seasons in the Premier League.
Yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, I remember him.
They got Joe Gallagher.
Gillard, yeah, from Leeds. Look, they have signed about 10 players. So, again, they have invested to keep this team in the Premier League.
They're going to try.
But we've seen Hull do this before. Do they have the record for the worst? No, that was...
No, Derby.
Derby did,
Derby have the record.
I've seen some shockers from Hull before, so I just naturally assumed. But look, and then they've released about 15 players. It's a big turnaround. and they've spent about 72 mil. So,
I mean, 72 mil's not too bad.
not too bad, no. But then we get now you got Ipswich
Town.
Bro, they've done a full thing as well. They've spent. So I just want to. They've spent 178 and they've sold 12. They've got a transfer record of 166 million euros they've spent.
That's insane.
For Ipswich, yeah, I think so as well.
That is insane. Obviously, their big signing is Issa Diop, right, who's got Premier League experience. The other big signings they have is Chuba Akpom and Emerson.
Oh, yeah, Diop. All right, Diop came from Fulham for 10 mil. Who's the other? Emerson. So Emerson's come from Toulouse for 28 mil.
A decent season last season, right, from a stats point of view. But again, French league.
The big signing is actually Enciso. So Julio Enciso, he played in the World Cup. Had a pretty good World Cup. I think it was Paraguay or something like that, or Uruguay, whatever it was. Came from Strasbourg, which is Chelsea's feeder club. 30.5 mil.
That's big money for.
He's a good player though. I think he will fit in well with.
He could be a shades of midfielder, right?
I think it's a Cam. Yeah, attacking midfielder. So look, they've also signed Fatawu from Leicester, 23.5 mil. There was another Ultara from Strasbourg, so 20 mil. They've given 50 mil to Strasbourg this year.
Strasbourg's licking their lips, dude.
Yeah, dude. Chelsea's licking their lips. Then, like I said, Lukic, Diop, and Boniface. I don't know if that's the same Boniface.
No,
it's probably like Smith.
Yeah.
Now their sales, they've sold 3 players. One of them they actually sold for 90,000 K.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm like, I remember those days.
Yeah.
Like 90,000 K. Roy Keane, 100K. And Chad Townsend actually was it? No, sorry, not Chad. What was his name? No, that's different Townsend.
It's the Chad.
Yeah. Oh, the Chad. It's great.
The Chad.
But look, they've lost 10 players. They've bought in about 12 players. So big turnaround and spent 166 mil.
Then we move over to Leeds United. Has done okay.
They've done a fair look. They've done some good business.
So I mean,
the big
Pascal Stroik going out to Brighton, I think it's a decent loss for him. But the bringing in of James Trafford.
James Trafford, big signing. Look, who did Leeds have as their keeper last year?
Oh God, now you're testing me.
Yeah, big test.
You know what? I'm going to tap out of that one. You tell me. I couldn't tell you.
No, it wasn't Darlow. Who the fuck was their keeper? Their keeper isn't even there anymore. Who was there last year?
No. Well, that's why they brought in James Trafford.
Was it Darlow? No. Harrison? Schmidt? I got no idea.
Not Schmidt.
I don't remember.
That's what I mean. Then, but no, I think they've done pretty decent business bringing in Trafford.
Their last game, the keeper was Darlow. It must have been Darlow.
Yeah, but again, I mean,
was he on loan?
I'm not going to remember goalkeepers.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Darlow.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. No, he's not going to be there anymore.
No. We've got James Trafford. He's more memorable.
Actually, Darlow has gone. There he is. Carl Darlow.
Oh, yeah, play release.
Man, you on a free. Remember when you were saying...
Man, you is on a... Yes, he was. Yeah, we were saying it
you were racking your brain trying to figure out there was another player. It was him.
Yeah.
Carl Darlow. Gone from Leeds to Man U on a free. Look, they've brought in a few players. Not a lot.
No, I think that they've gone like for like with their team. I think they'll be almost identical to where they ended up last season.
And like you said, Harry Wilson as the big signing on a free.
The Harry
should
Wilson,
switch it up.
Yeah, the Harry Wilson inclusion there ups their free kick game.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Like to see them go.
And look, they spent 50 mil in total, so good move.
So now we have the big boys, Liverpool. So obviously the big noise is Mohamed Salah is out. He's gone to Trabzonspor.
Like we said, Turkey's blowing up.
Yeah, Turkey's blowing up.
I wouldn't even thought he would have gone Trabzonspor with
he
Saudi
was
Arabia or
Besiktas.
Galatasaray. Oh, Besiktas,
He was supposed to go to Besiktas, and they delayed the announcement of Trossard because everyone was freaking out about Salah. Then the deal didn't go through, so he went to Trabzonspor.
Crazy.
Turkey
is a fucking cinema movie,
it's out of control, bro. Then obviously we had Ibrahima Kanate, which
cinema.
I think we're happy to see the back of Kanate by the end of it.
Yeah, look, I think if you guys re-signed him for the money that he wanted, you would have regretted it.
I think so too. He had a terrible World Cup. He ended up getting benched after one game.
Fair enough.
And never played again.
Yeah.
Never played again in the World Cup. One that is sad to lose is Andy Robertson going to Tottenham. I think if you go...
Must have been a new challenge.
Well, look, we weren't gonna re-sign him.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
You could see his legs were starting to go in the last season. He was not keeping up with the pace of the game. He wasn't kind of figuring out the system.
I also think with Iriola there, it would have been even worse.
Oh, he gets him to bomb, dude.
Exactly. I don't think Robbo would have. No way he would have kept up with Iriola's system.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. And look, we have not done huge business in the market, but I
Yet.
think there is more to come. Right.
So I think you guys need to. I think we've spoken about it. You're a little bit thin in
from
pretty
a
much
depth
all.
perspective.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I think
100%.
you need to bring in. So
look, the obvious the shock loan was us bringing in Ronald Arejo.
yeah.
And look, I don't think he had a great season last season. He's an okay player. I think he struggles when you go out towards the fullback position. Right when he gets out there, Vinny Jr. used to have a field day with him.
We actually Esteval had a field day against him when we
He
played in the Champions League.
doesn't do well in there. I'm interested to see what Van Dijk does with him.
Yeah.
and how he keeps hitting it. I don't think he starts for us.
No.
I don't think he starts for us at all. Also, given I think if we go back to our last 6 loans that we've brought in, none of them have worked.
Just got a bad track record.
Oh, well, dude, the last one that we brought in was Arthur.
Artur, he was shit.
You know?
As a Juve fan as well, he fucking sucked.
Dude, he played like 3 games for us, and every game they were like they subbed him off.
Yeah, he was that
Yeah,
bad.
he was bad, dude.
Yep.
Then we've brought in Victor Munoz from Osasuna. He did play for the Spanish team, didn't get minutes in the World Cup, but a rapid winger, which we do need.
Yep.
Then we've brought in, which we did buy from last season, loan back to Rennes, Jeremy Jacquet. I'm excited for this kid because he was a junior that played in the midfield and converted to centre back, given his size and speed, but great on the ball. He's actually scored on his debut.
He did,
the running joke now with the team is Joe Gomez has been there for 10 years and never scored. He's managed to score in his first game. So I'm interested to see how he goes. And I think he becomes our permanent partner. Well, sorry, our partner for the season.
I think he should get more game time than Van Dijk. Van Dijk needs to rest in between certain games.
Well, let's see how Van Dijk goes. I mean, he played every game last season.
Which I found crazy. For a guy as his age. I mean, to be fair, John Terry did it, but he wasn't doing as much as what I think Van Dijk would do.
He didn't play as many balls. He was just controlling that back line.
Yeah.
But obviously the rumours of... There's probably 3 rumours that could come to fruition. One is Mbaya from PSG.
Yep.
He's a young winger. He's 18 years old. Again, look at the reports. Goal, 24 hours ago said, deal's done. Then 12 hours later, you've got every other publication saying, deal's off. And then you go 6 hours later, they're like, deal's on.
Yeah, it's still very open.
I don't follow until they're in a shirt anymore.
Yeah.
The other one is, and looking kind of likely, is Barcola, also from PSG.
Well, with the money that you're offering, I think that PSG could reinvest that money into either making him buy a better backup or going out and finding someone in the French league or whatever that will cover. I've heard the rumors 135 mil.
Which I think it's a little bit crazy for him, to be fair.
Yeah, because you always said Duo was better.
He's a better player. That's why they're keeping him.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious, right? So, look, I mean, see what happens and see what Iriola does for it, because obviously the question marks in the air of can Iriola do what he needs to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then the third one, which is more unlikely, is Adam Wharton.
Oh, from Palace?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam Wharton would be a great buy for you guys. If you were
I
able
think
to get
that's
him.
where the rumours that are coming out that Alexis McAllister may go to Man City, right?
Which that was out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, but I think if that occurs, there'll be a quick deal to bring Adam Wharton in.
I think you'd have. Well, you have to.
Which I don't mind. I think Adam Wharton fits in our team regardless, because then you can play Gravenberg in that McAllister position.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we turn out. But 2 weeks left.
Yep.
Now we've got Man City.
Oof, there's been some movement in City.
Well, considering that a new manager's come in, big movement.
Well, he cost them 20 mil to start off with. But look, their big signing made before the World Cup, Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest, 135 mil.
It's big money.
Big money.
Huge
Now,
money.
I think the Morgan Rogers deal was worth it. Elliot Anderson for 135, I don't know. I'm skeptical.
Well, if you look
I'm not writing him off yet because he had
look at on
bad
paper,
game.
he was the best point scorer in his position in the FPL last season.
As a midfielder or like CDM?
As a CDM.
CDM,
As a CDM, he was the best point scorer especially for his value.
Yep.
He's obviously young.
Mm-hmm.
He's English.
That helps, yeah.
Right, so,
the
like-
English tax is always there.
There's a few box ticks there. He's definitely not replacing Rodri, and I think that's what everyone's expectation, 135 mil is.
Rodri is once in a decade type of player.
Yeah.
That Sergio Busquets, that big CDM that can move the ball and dictate pace. You can't just find that.
Yeah.
Right? But besides Elliot Anderson, they haven't really made a lot of purchases. Now, I know the big one is the big rumor is the one from Morocco. Bouhaddi, right? 60 mil they're looking at, which I think will be a good buy for them, considering that Savinho might be leaving.
The other room is obviously Alexis McAllister and Enzo.
Or
Fernandez.
Enzo, yeah. Now, the Enzo saga, I hope, is done. We gave him a deadline last Friday for 120 mil. Didn't come to fruition. I now hope it's just past them.
I did see an interesting stat, though. Your win percentage with Enzo versus without Enzo. With Enzo, you're like a 30-odd% win. When Enzo without Enzo, you're like over 70%.
It was like 80% or something.
Yeah, win rate, which
But
I thought was very interesting.
I kind of feel, I do know that he came into the team when we sucked as well, when we were really bad. So that would obviously hurt him. But I do think that will pick up this season.
Well, you'd hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want a 30%. I don't want a 30% win rate. That sucks.
You might get relegated.
Yeah. But besides that, they haven't signed many. They've got this guy called Tebere from Troyes for 25 mil. Some guy called Monga for 11 mil.
Monga.
And so look, they've spent 178 mil, and I only know one of their players.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're going out.
Well,
Big moves.
They've lost Rodri.
They've lost Rodri. 60 mil signed, I think, a couple of days ago.
For Barca. In the saga of I'm going to Real Madrid.
So,
I'm
man,
going to Barca.
Barca's looking good.
Barca and Real Madrid looking good, dude.
El Clasico's going to be, with Jose back there too, El Clasico's going to be off the chain.
Yeah, there's going to be fights.
They lost Trafford for 46 mil. Akanji going to Inter for 15 mil. Good move by Inter.
Yeah.
Very good move by Inter.
I think he'll do better there than he does in there.
Yeah.
In the EPL.
Arke going for 8 mil to Fenerbahce. Again, Turkey's blowing up. These are the frees, though. They've lost Bernardo Silva on a free to Real Madrid and John Stones on a free to Inter Milan. Again, Inter, good piece of business. Real Madrid, great piece of business getting Bernardo Silva. It was only like 31 or 32. Great move. Yeah. So, look, in total, they've only spent 48 mil.
Which is a very cheap window.
It's a very good window. But obviously, they are still going to buy someone big. That will go up. Whether it's McAllister or Enzo Bouhaddi. Sorry, is that his name?
Bouhaddi.
So Bouhaddi. He is probably going to come in. But there's also the rumour that Savinho could go as well. Yeah, so there could be more leaving.
Then we've got Man United.
Man United.
Well, this one's interesting. So obviously, let's go with the players out.
Yes.
So they've loaned out Andre Onana. Oh, no.
No.
Jadon Sancho has been released.
He's been released, which I find crazy. They bought him for like 85 mil, 90 mil, and he could not get into that team.
Dude, people waste money on stuff all the time. Man.
What a terrible buy that is. But that is an F in buys.
He's been F everywhere he's gone.
Except Dortmund. Before Man U.
Yeah, okay, before Man U, but then when he went back there, he was an F.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? Like he dropped off. Rasmus Højlund has been loaned back to Napoli.
Sold.
Oh, sorry, he has been sold now.
Proper sale, 40 mil.
Napoli.
Casemiro going on a free. Bayendir has been loaned out to Celta Vigo.
I think that's a good move for him.
And Malacia, gone, released.
Ah, man, I like that guy.
Sign him.
Sure. As long as if he's free, I'll take him.
He is free, yeah.
But no, I like him. He just got too injured.
He did.
Now the ins. Now look, I think it goes either way on these transfers. Because
the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to get this highlight off, man. No, I've ruined it.
Oh my god.
It's not working. Anyway, so they've brought in Yuri Tielemans,
which we said before is big signing for Man U. I think he's a very important signing.
I think if you signed him 2 years ago, it was a big signing.
Yeah, probably more important for them because they've lost Casemiro, they've lost that anchor in the middle, and I think he's a good replacement.
Yeah.
They signed Andre Santos for 56 mil, which I thought was a good piece of business by us.
I don't rate him, and I'm happy to be told I'm wrong.
I don't rate him.
Yeah.
We have much better players than him, all right? But they've also signed Darlow from Leeds. That was
Darlow,
the
and then
three.
obviously the rumor of Belieber.
Yeah. Now, the other one, which probably is everyone's forgot about because it happened so long ago, is the return of Rashford.
Yeah.
Let's see how Carrick can put him into the team.
Well,
It's going to be very interesting.
Let's see if he acts up.
Yeah, let's see how it
Because
goes.
this is the moment. Now, onto the destruction of a team that was on a trajectory for success.
Hey, remember 2 years ago they won the EFL Cup against you guys, and
Yeah.
we're like, Newcastle's in the Champions League.
They've
EFL
got
Cup.
billionaire owners.
They're building. Well, it's all come crumbling down in a space of 12 months.
Because let's do the outs, because the outs are more important.
The outs are more
with this.
important. I think the outs are more interesting. Yeah,
Kieran Trippier has been released. So no
fair enough.
contract
He's
renewal.
he's actually gone to Wolves. Good
Alex
for him.
Murphy has been loaned out.
Yep.
Anthony Gordon has transferred to Barcelona.
70 mil, which we thought was crazy, and I still think is crazy.
Sandra Tonali transferred to Spurs.
108 mil.
That's insane.
And I
He's
think
a good player.
I think it's borderline. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Good money for Newcastle, but now you need to replace him.
Yeah. I don't know who you place him with.
Well, let's see. Once we get through their ins,
Yeah, because then you've also gotten rid of Bruno Guimaraes,
which
who
big part.
he was your best player last
Is he the
season.
captain?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
best player.
Yeah. 87 mil, good piece of business by
You don't
Arsenal.
replace that.
Now you got to replace your two gun midfielders.
And then let's look at who they've brought in. I don't know who the fuck they are.
So they've signed Toure, Bazumana Toure from Hoffenheim. He's 20 years old and he plays as a left winger. Cool.
Yeah.
50 mil. They've then signed Dedic from Benfica, 36 mil. So Bamba from Monaco, 35 mil. Hornicek from Braga, 30 mil. Bro, I don't know any of these players.
No, this is what I mean. I've never heard of these players. There's no Premier League, and they've got a new manager.
To be fair, we don't watch the German league or the Portuguese league or the French league, but I mean, they've got cash to spend, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they've made nearly 70 mil in this window. I think that's going to translate on the pitch.
Yeah.
So, and again, new manager.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been given a clean slate. Unfortunately, I think it might lead to relegation.
No, he's been given an actual clean slate. Like no one's there.
Yeah.
Then we've got last three teams. We've got Nottingham Forest. They didn't do a whole bunch of business. Obviously, Elliot Anderson is their big move.
Yes.
Out to Man City, so they've made some money there. They've brought in a Stephen Bender, Javis Schlager, and then Timu Diamande.
So Diamande is he's a centre back from Sporting, 40 mil. All right, might be a good piece of business. And they've also signed Gustavo Sá from Famalicão, Portugal, 20 mil. Right, so they spent 60 mil, but they've made 154. They have a profit of 95 mil this year.
I mean, if you're selling
The Greek owner is loving life, right? He can buy more white t-shirts and headphones with cords.
yeah, he gets them on discount anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
Then we moved down to Sunderland, and again, they did not do a lot. Bertrand Traore was released. I didn't even know he was still there. But I thought it was interesting. Thomas Munier has been transferred in, dude. What's he, like 35?
Thomas Munier is 34. You're very close. He's actually turning 35 next month.
There you go, dude. All over it.
Lille. Signed from Lille on a free.
Sorry, I don't know people's ages.
They have not... That's the one player they signed.
Yeah, everything else has been released or transferred out.
Yeah, so they've released Mayenda to Stade Rennais for 22 mil, Patterson to Wrexham, and Abdulwali, some Turkish team. And everyone else has gone on free transfers or released. So they've made a profit of 32 mil. Zero business from Sunderland.
Well, now for Tottenham. This is the big one.
Remember I said it was cinema before? This was cinema.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
These guys went ham in the market while no one else was doing business.
And I think we called this last year is if the Zerbi did keep him up, which he did very successfully. He said, give me what I want. And I think they've followed through on their promise.
So Christian Romero is out. Big loss for them, right? I think it was
40 mil to Atletico.
Yeah.
Great piece of business by Atletico, but I think it was needed because he fucking left them in the last game of the season to go watch his his Argentinian team play.
He didn't want.
He had to go. He had to go.
Didn't want to be there. Then, which I think is a big loss for them. Jed Spence has been transferred out to Inter.
Again, 30 mil by Inter. I think it's a great piece of business by Inter.
I think so too. He had a great World Cup.
He did, yeah.
He had a great World. He's probably one of the better players in that England squad.
Yep.
Basuma right? No contract renewal. I think I understand that.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
I think he was. I think 2 seasons ago he was a good player.
Yeah.
Then you've had Dragusin has been loaned out. That is great to get him off your
Dragusin's gone to Fiorentina. They actually made 1.5 mil off that, so good for them. They lost Vicario recently.
Yeah, Vuskovic has gone to Brighton.
Yep, which you spoke about before. Solomon has been sold to West Ham for 5 mil. The other ones is like Colomwani and Palhinha have gone back to PSG and Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Colomwani's actually gone to Juve after that, but yeah, so they've actually made 165 mil, but they still have a transfer record of negative 100 mil. So they've spent 100 mil.
Yeah.
But they made 165. So why don't we go through the $267 million that they spent?
Well, like we've already touched on, Sandro Tonali, I think it's a great signing for him.
Big 108 mil, I think great signing. Don't know about the price yet, but he will be a big player for them.
For sure, 100%. He's a big player in the Premier League.
Yep.
Now, this one is crazy. Mateus Fernandes.
Bro, 99 mil for Mateus Fernandes.
99 million euros. And he's been relegated, his team's been relegated twice, dude. Back to back.
And I don't remember him having like a game where you're like, fuck, he's got
Sign
something.
that guy up.
Yeah, 99 mil for that, I found wild.
Well,
but
you're
maybe
dictating the play out
Deserbe's
of
got
midfield.
something. Maybe Deserbe can see something in him that we don't.
Now, I think this is a good piece of business with Jan-Paul Van Hecker. I think that's a good piece of business for them to replace Christian Romero.
Well, he replaced Romero and Vuskovic because he came back and then because he was loaned out.
Correct.
So they've fixed it up. But Van Hecker for 60 mil, I think is a great piece. We actually wanted Van Hecker.
Yeah.
And Tottenham have done the business straight
I
away.
was saying that's a missed opportunity for Liverpool.
Yeah,
Right?
I think
he
so
would have
too.
been a better person to put in than Arejo.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You know, Andy Robertson, I think, is a decent piece of business for him, even if he doesn't play every game.
Hey, on a free, and they don't have to play Europe, so it works out better for him.
And then the biggest signing for them is Marcos Sensei.
Senesi. Yeah.
He's
Free transfer, like we said before. Bournemouth couldn't work it out, and Tottenham snapped him up straight away.
a good piece of business.
They also got Dubravka.
It's a good backup.
He'll be back up
He's a good backup.
for Kinski. So yeah, look, I think Tottenham, Chelsea have won the transfer window.
Yeah.
I think Sunderland and I think you guys are still lacking a bit, but we know that you guys will find something in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 players at least that'll come through.
Yeah, so not as interesting as other transfer windows that we've had, but still, I think Tottenham and Chelsea kept it interesting.
Mm-hmm. And now we've got opening weekend. Obviously, kicks off for us anyway, 5 a.m. Saturday.
Yeah.
Huge weekend of games. I think they're pretty straightforward games, to be fair. I don't think there's many where it's just like, whoa, that's going to be huge. Opening games, Arsenal, Coventry.
Good start for Arsenal.
It's a good start for
after
Arsenal.
their Community Shield win against City. So look, they start with Coventry. Tough start for Frank, but yeah, you got to play Arsenal at some stage. So might as well be the first game.
It's probably better the first game before they get their feet under. No Saliba for the opening.
Yep. Well,
almost half of the
4
season.
months.
Yeah. Then you've got 9:30 Saturday. Good time again. Hull Man United.
Yep.
Interesting game. I think easy opener for Man United.
It'll be interesting to see if Hull can keep them to a draw or a loss.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like this, you have to set a standard from the very first game.
Look, the thing is, you don't know how Coventry and Hull are going to set up. They're the only teams and Ipswich. Like, how are they going to play you?
Speaking of Ipswich,
they're in game 3, which is Ipswich versus Sunderland. Yeah, interesting game. I don't know how Sunderland are going to line up. I don't.
No idea.
Everton Palace.
These two are always like mid-table battles. So again, new manager for Palace. Everton keep the old guard of David Moyes. So see how we go.
Then we've got Forest Leeds. I think this is a good game. It should be competitive.
I think it'll be good.
I'm interested to see how the new signings go at Leeds.
The old Glasner, from Forest. He's there now, and we know how old Greek mate likes to treat his coaches. So we'll see how we go with that.
That's such fucking fun.
Yeah.
Brentford Spurs. I'd like to think Brentford can hold the form they had last season, but let's see if De Zerbi gets Spurs in the right direction.
Or if he gets spurred.
It gets all Spursy.
Yeah.
Then Man City Bournemouth.
Yep.
Again, we don't know how Maresca's going to line up.
Yep.
And I think this is what we've been saying. This is almost a reset season because there are so many new managers.
Yeah.
Arsenal are in the driving seat. We'll get into it after this. But Brighton, Aston Villa, I'd like to think Aston Villa will do Brighton, considering they've lost some of their big players in Brighton.
And we're thinking Ollie Watkins might be leaving to Saudi Arabia. So yeah, there's still a lot to happen in the next couple of weeks.
Then we've got my boys.
Hey, our guys are last. How good is that? Save the best for last.
So we've got Newcastle, Liverpool now. On
Dude,
paper,
great time.
Yeah,
1:30 in the morning.
brother. I don't understand, man. We cop so many of these Monday fucking morning games, man. I can't watch them all. Man.
You can't watch them, bro. What do you do?
Yeah,
you can watch
every now and then I can watch one and just be tired.
Maybe Sienna will wake you up and just be like, Liverpool's playing. Get up.
Yeah. Please Daddy needs to sleep. I only slept 5 hours last night. But Newcastle, Liverpool, and again, like we just said, a lot of their players have been gone. I would really hope that we can step up and get a result against Newcastle away. It's a good opener for us.
It is, yeah.
And then you guys are last against Fulham.
Yeah, we've got the London Derby. That's our closest rival. So good time to start. I think Fulham away, good place to start for Xabi. And yeah, see if we can start with a win.
So, I mean, look, I think, good amount of transfers that have come in. There's still more to come.
Mm-hmm.
Opening weekend looks pretty straightforward, but fun all the same.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep tracking our
We'll do the tipping again.
Our tipping again, see how we go each week.
Keep it official like a referee's whistle.
This fucking rhyme guy over here. But look, why don't we throw out some predictions?
Yes.
Top 4, bottom 3. Who are we going?
Now, top 4. We keeping it in order?
I think let's just go with who we think the top 4 is, right? And then a prediction for first.
Now, I already gave us a top 4 to the boys today, but I'll make it official now. Chelsea will be there. Spurs will be there. Livo will be there. Arsenal will be there.
Big call.
I've got no Man U. I've got no City.
That's a big call.
I think City, at the moment, is lacking. They're lacking. Losing Rodri is going to be massive for them. And we saw when they had no Rodri, they struggled. And I don't think Elliot Anderson is going to make that jump. So I'm actually taking them out of the top 4. And then my bottom 3, I've gone with Ipswich, big yo-yo club. Hull, massive yo-yo club. A big one is Newcastle getting relegated. I do see it happening. It's happened before.
It has.
It's happened before, and it can happen again. And I can totally see. I
definitely has.
It might be going a bit with my heart here, but I think Coventry stay up. And Frank gets a statue outside the front of the stadium.
Okay. So if I go,
he'll get fired. He'll get fired during the season.
My top 4, obviously, I've got Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Villa.
You're on Villa, okay.
I've got Chelsea and I've got Liverpool.
Okay, cool. I like it.
I just think Villa's done enough business to push themselves there. Let's see if Emery can not bottle it. He just caught that goddamn Arsenal-itis for going over there for a while.
Man, the guy could have been 7 from 7 in European finals or whatever the fuck it is. And he's got that one blemish on his record.
For sure. And then if I look at my bottom 3, okay, I'm with you on Hull. I think Hull definitely goes down. I think Ipswich, it potentially goes down as well. And the surprise one I throw in there, because I'm with you, I think Coventry played very well last season. My one's Sunderland.
You and Sunderland?
I think Sunderland.
I think the lack of business makes sense.
I think they were lucky last season.
Plus, they also have to play Europe.
Yes.
So it's funny, right? They've got extra games to be played, but there's no extra players to help cover.
No, and their main players are aged one more year, right? Because Xhaka was their big piece, right?
Yeah, and he's now like 36 or something.
Yeah, and then the guy that they brought in is another old guy.
Yeah, that's right, Munier.
Yeah. So
it's a damn retirement village over there.
Yeah. So let's see how it goes this weekend. I think we'll get a few games in, but until then, we'll drop join up on the Fantasy League.
Don't forget.
And
welcome back in it.
That's it.
We're back in it now.
But until next week, peace out, bitches.